that main or that natural expansion, got irradiated on very bad time. Lost the Scourge in the group as well, I believe. Third rack's now on the way for Iris. So Irisman was just sitting pretty on these two bases, getting his tanks up. Siege on the way, I assume, if it's not already there. Random SCV just outside Kwanro's natural expansion. We will put down a Kwanro now, getting his double gas. I believe he's getting his double gas at the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, now, beautiful side. It's another radiant gonna go off. Scourge gonna go down. A lot of damage down to the Mutas. Oh, man. Beautiful irradiates there by Iris. Kwanro not managing to do any damage whatsoever, really. With these Mutalisks being completely neutralized, is going to be able to get his double gas up. So at the very least, he's running that. Does have some lurkers out in the field. Hive Tech already on the way. Does have Evo Chamber up as well. So he's going to at least... He knows at the very least that Iris is only sitting on two bases for a while, and I don't think Iris is going to be safe enough to expand really soon. Does not have the forces to help himself try to put down expansion. He's putting down a lot of barracks. His 5th rack's already on the way. Getting tanks, which I think have siege. A science facility adding as a partial scouting building. Mutalisks is going to try to get a couple pot shots on that at the very least. Also going to try to run off and kill an SCV that was up being scout. Meanwhile, wow, Iris already feeling safe enough to move out. A couple of science vessels, a lot of medic marines, about a control group of marines, I believe, tanks as well. Meanwhile, lurkers being readied and a defiler mound on the way. If Kwanro manages to get those defilers into play, I think he's going to be able to hold this off. Iris is going to be able to try to push the natural expansion. Kwanro needs what he needs to do right now is to delay. He needs to delay. If he manages to delay, he's going to be able to get his economy even stronger. He doesn't have any sunkens. I think that's a big mistake there. Meanwhile, Kwanro, okay, 2 sunkens, never mind the non-sunkens bit. He did have an earlier sunken, but not much in the way of defenses. Meanwhile now, Kwanro using this chance, he does have a fireman on the way. Meanwhile, using his chance to try to get those lurkers and those Mutalisks to push from the south against those forces, trying to box them in. Does have lurkers on the way. Meanwhile, those do get irradiated. The lurkers are going to move off. A couple of them definitely going to die to those irradiates. Going to just try to move in close, do some sort of damage, but it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Iris already now going to start attacking the natural expansion, going to start sieging against these Sunkens. If Kwanro's going to go for anything, he's going to need to go for it now. Don't think he's going to be able to attack the natural expansion of Iris. He does have enough defenses there. He does have a bunker alongside medic marines. Defiler mound, waiting for that consume. Tanks, meanwhile, unsieging, moving back a little bit. Iris has cleared up at least a few of those. Running right. Oh, lurkers very close. I thought he ran almost to the lurkers, but he didn't. More Mercury's coming in from the south as the lurker was unburrowed. Oh, man, the lurkers and the Mutalisks slaughter fest. Man, Iris cleared that up and right away going to run up north. Has weapons, 1 on his medic marines, 1 second colony alongside quite a few lurkers, but no, lurker's going to run out right into fire. Zergling's coming as well to help support. Oh, a lot of marines die, though. Nice attack there by the lurkers. Do manage to clear up a large number of those medic marines. Not going to push those lurkers back and get a few of them irradiated, and 1 killed by a siege tank. But Kwanro's still doing a beautiful job, at least holding him off. As soon as he gets those defilers out there, he's going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Again, trying to move out, trying to kill that tank off with those Zerglings under Dark Swarms. Dark Swarms are now up for a tank. No, tank barely manages to survive. Medic marines hold back the Zerglings and the lurkers. I believe he also radiated the Defiler. I'm not quite sure. Oh, man. Second Evolution Chamber on the way. But Kwanro now has a 4th base. He has 4 gases that's going to be mining and has a lot of minerals on the way. So the longer this keeps the way this is right now, it's going to be a good position to have Scourge ready for the dropship that's running right towards that 3 o'clock position. Going to catch. Oh, the dropship's going to be forced back. 1 Scourge going to attack it. Oh, do manage to get a hit on the dropship. But the Marines do manage to do some damage before he can do full damage. Firebats also on the way, and Vultures as well, trying to plant some mines in the middle position. Dropship has gotten some heavy damage. He's going to, of course, need those Firebats to help him attack under those Dark Swarms. Some Dark Swarms trying to finish off those tanks that are being such a trouble for him. Not quite managing to Defilers. More Defilers on the field, being irradiated. There's going to try to get some Consumes out, some Dark Swarms before he dies. Come on, get another Swarm. More Plague. No, Plague. Yeah, Plague. Beautiful Plague. Gets few Firebats, couple Marines, and the Science Vessel, so that's definitely going to help him out. He's going to need to put some more Dark Swarms. Kwanro still managing to hold Iris off, and the Iris still on 1 base at this point. Not quite sure if he's thinking of expanding. Apparently did manage to drop at the north, so Kwanro's main now heavily threatened. Marines are going to should be able at least to take on an Illusion Chamber, take an Illusion Chamber. On the opposite side, Marine trying to went for some sort of weird suicide attack at the natural expansion of Iris's. That didn't work out at all. Some lurkers, some Zerglings trying to defend here at the main. Kwanro is going to be able to clean this up, I believe, with those lurkers in play. Marines aren't going to die, but some mining prevented. Definitely more lurkers coming into defense. Scans going off. Those are the lurkers not being as effective as they would have been, but 2 Marines and medics still left alive. Run with me, Sergeant. Run with me if you want to stay alive. If you want to stay alive. Running right towards that 2 o'clock base. They're going to eventually be slaughtered there. Yes, they do, indeed. So Irish still trying to hold the middle, still get some medic Marines, but he has a serious economic play to catch up with. He needs a 3rd base pronto. He does get a large number of forces, a lot of Raxes. He's still trying to push Kwanro as natural, but he hasn't accomplished much, losing more tanks than we'd wanted. He's using most of his gas on science vessels at this point, I believe. Doesn't have much in the way of gas, just those 2. Does have two on upgrades for his ground forces. Putting some mines out in the field, finally expanding at the lower left hand. Getting the mineral only at that position. The way he's expanding. Also, I think expanding at the, what is that, the inside 7 o'clock, and gonna go for a drop right behind the 3 o'clock. Gonna try to discourage, almost taking down the dropship, but the Marines aren't gonna be able to get inside. Do take some of those drones up, but are gonna be eventually finished off by lurkers in play. And Scourge are gonna be able to take out the dropship, and eventually Marines are gonna clear it off by defallers and the lurkers and all that Kwanro has there. Kwanro managing to build up a rather large number of forces. Meanwhile, Science is going to fly right there, going to spot all those lurkers, but such a heavy amount of lurkers. Don't really think all those medic Marines are going to be able to penetrate all that. Way too many forces on the ground. Science Vessel might spot that, but a huge clump of 5 lurkers is not something medic Marines want to be running at. More firebats being pulled into play by Iris as well. 2 starports producing science vessels at this point. I think as soon as he manages to put down a 3rd gas, he's going to be able to use those at full capacity. Now this Canal's meanwhile in the play for Kwanro, so he definitely wants to make sure he can play defensively. But he hasn't done any offensive actions at this point. Meanwhile, now moving down with lurkers finally down in north with some losing a couple of lurkers to mines there, I believe, before he got a few of them under a dark swarm. Definitely wanted to do a bit more than he managed to. 5 science vessels running in for Irish, and Irish critically has not lost any science vessels yet. Did lose some dropships and all, but with all this, gets a couple of plague, but he still hasn't lost much in the way of those. Manages to irradiate. I'm sorry, God, words all jumbling in my throat. I'm so excited. Does manage to play a couple of the science vessels, but if he does manage to get a mutalisk on them, he's not going to be able to do much. I think he might have actually used a mut on a plagued science vessel earlier. Also managed to plague a few of the ground forces. Irish, meanwhile, finally has the lower left hand. Does have an inside 7 o'clock coming up. He's going to need more gas if he wants to really do anything. Zerglings and the lurkers and defilers moving down, trying to kill all those plague forces. He's going to need a muta. 1 mutalisk. All the science vessels plague at this point. 1 muta with 1 muta with 2 shots. Gonna be enough. He does have a mutas coming to play, but he's running right over the medic Marines. What are you doing? Oh man, the plague is pouring off science vessels. Come on, 1 muta at those science vessels. I did think he managed to finish one off, but 1 muta on those science vessels. That's gonna be it. Meanwhile, Iris now going to get it for yet a